joining us. Tom,
Thank you for having me.
tell us in your words what it means to be the winner.
Oh, to be a champion, it's everything. Every waking moment, I think of how I am the champion of the Beach Olympics.
What is the first thought you have in the morning when you wake up?
When I wake up, I look at all my medals that I've won from being the winner of winning the Beach Olympics. And it just fills me with joy. I look at everyone and think, this is what makes me a winner. And I put it on. Got one on me right now. This is Rocklift 2018.
Very tasteful.
Thank you. This isn't just your average day at the beach. This is where the capabilities of man are tested to their limits. This is where boys become men. This is the Beach Olympics. Many of the competitors will face challenges and they'll try to build on what they were weak on last year.
Oh, what a winner.
But me, myself, no challenges. I'll win.
No competitors that could.
There'll be competitors, but at the end of the day, I've kind of cemented my position, haven't I? Oh, sand sharks, yes. Yeah, there were some technicalities on the way that competition was managed.
Mostly the tide being
The tide being an important factor, making some people's swims a little shorter. The rocks were positioned differently for my run. And yeah, a slim seconds behind one of my most fierce competitors, Will Brown. But this year, I've got it in the bag. Rock Tower, first place, 2019.
Oh yeah, sand jump.
Sand jump 2018, in the bag. Ball accuracy. I just watched Swiss and did what he did and got the win. Easy, in the bag.
one of your toughest competitors, typically Cameron Campbell, was unable.
Tool as well.
Very.
Like me.
Yeah. Yes. Very tall.
Not quite a winner though, but tool.
I see.
I'll give him that.
Very nice. Cameron was unfortunate last year with his injuries. What do you have to say about that?
Everyone can talk a big game before the time comes. When on the day, people have their excuses. And if they can't perform, they come up with a reason why. And, you know, he was talking big game Rocklift, he was confident in. First place 2019 Rocklift, 2018 Rocklift. What can I say? I always push myself to my limits. And that's why I am the champion. Just that, like, hard cut to that. Bring it on.
John, thank you for coming.
No problem, mate.
So, obviously, you know, Beach Olympics, it happens every year. First question off the bat, what does Beach Olympics mean to you?
It's just some quality time with the boys, isn't it, you know? Doesn't happen much, especially with this whole rollerboard business, you know, just don't get much time with them. Zoom is nice, but some in-person, you know, sweaty, close contact, you know.
If you could elaborate on that Zoom comment, what does that elaborate? What does that mean? What do you guys do?
You know, just looking at each other's asses, stuff like that, you know, just admiring them, respecting, you know, natural beauty, you know, firm, flabby, either way, they're all beautiful, you know, they're all boys. So yeah, I'm just glad we can, you know, do that in person.
No, yeah.
And not over the internet, yeah.
Completely agree with you, John. Completely agree with you. Now, what would you say are your strengths and weaknesses in the Beach Olympics in general?
Well, my strength is, as you know, last year I underperformed, to say the least. That was just to give everyone a false sense of security.
Ah,
Interesting
okay.
technique.
That also links into my strength.
Okay.
They wouldn't expect it. I want to come back strong.
That is a good.
I want to take first place, and they won't see it coming.
Right. Well, there we go.
There you go. Yeah.
Let's hope they don't see this interview before we compete, because otherwise your game plan's given away.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ. Fair enough.
Man's got some tricks up his sleeve, has he not? Sorry!
Some tricks up his sleeve. Jesus Christ, have you seen those? Bloody hell. Wait till that next event. Jesus Christ.
Not to give away too many secrets, but there was also a competitor last year who was using the same tactic as me. His last name was Lucas. I won't give his first name for, anonymity. Yeah. We were both applying the same strategy of just, selling ourselves, as we're weak opponents, But this year, I think he's going to be applying the same strategy as me. So I believe Charlie is my strongest competitor this year. We're both going for the top place, but only one can get it, right? But
anyone can get it.
It's all good sportsmanship, isn't it? So we'll find out who gets it, but it's going to be me.
Right.
Don't tell him that though. Yeah?
No, of course not.
I have a question for you, John. This is kind of a two-way, it's a segue question, if you like. So this thing, it kind of means, for you, what do you think is your personal best, little tournament type kind of entry point of fucking cut that, because sometimes some fucking bollocks.
Oh yes, completely.
Alright. So for you, John, this is kind of a segue question. For you, what do you think is your personal best event? But also, if there were any other event that you could add into the tournament of the Beach Olympics, what would it be?
Right, well, another little secret that I should probably let you guys in on is for the past 6 months I've been heavily doping. So I believe that that rock lift should be my strongest, as I'll just fling it up into the air. No one
If
really
I may
stands a
add,
chance.
you do realise that 1 month before the event you're not allowed to dope yourself, if you are aware of that, and during the event you're not allowed.
I have connections, so it's all good. Don't worry about it.
So when we do test you, you do realise that you
we'll have to
can't be under the
contact-
influence, otherwise you will be disqualified from the event.
Yeah, we'll have to contact the authorities about that. Sorry.
Yeah. So in regards to events to add, as I have been doping,
Mhm.
which I am admitting freely,
Okay. Yeah. Mhm.
a fight.
Disqualified.
Excuse me, sir.
Sorry.
A fight to the death would be probably a good event for me to add, as it would remove all competition, allowing me to secure first place. Really. So yeah.
Perfect. And with that, battle to the death, or as you mentioned, would you involve weapons, or would it be fist on fist, or elaborate?
Skin on skin.
At this point, nothing can really stop me. So I'd allow like atomic weapons maybe, but it simply makes me stronger. So free for all really. Whatever you want, bring it, boys.
Well,
And what, finally, thank you very much, John, for your time. Finally, what are your takes on if we introduced maybe a gulag type, influence into the Beach Olympics?
Well, I'm lacking on funds right now, so I'm not buying anyone back. But if we do introduce that, I'll just ignore all the people that are dead and just solo win the entire competition.
Very nice.
They can stay in the gulag.
there we go.
You're all fucked. But in good competition, of course. Love you, boys. There you go.
Thank you very
Well,
much.
there we have it from Fabio and Swiss, and also Jack, our lovely cameraman, with our special
Back to
guest,
the studio.
John, the Dope Lord.
Who is gay?
Excuse me.
Right, Jack, I don't have time for this today, Jack. I've got a load of meetings I've got to be at today. I've got places I've got to be. The missus is hounding me. She's over my shoulder, bloody all the time. And honestly, let me pass some insight on to you, Jack. Okay. Business means bucks.
Okay.
Bucks means time.
Yes.
Time means money. Money means business. I'm gonna let you do what you will with that wisdom.
Well,
Do you want the sunglasses on or off?
Up to you.
But I feel like they make me look mysterious. But then I feel like I look like
Mr. Cool.
a normal person.
Coolest way is to put them on.
How about
Okay, yeah. It's quite seductive.
I'll take them off.
Sounds good.
Am I gonna? Do I need my agent to sign anything for?
No. We spoke on the phone before.
Okay.
Okay.
The Beach Olympics to me, well, the meaning of the Beach Olympics is everything. It's the one time of the year where all of the fellas come together, and there's always the 4 top competitors that just win all the time, and the only people that really compete in it. Because the rest of us are we're fairly average athletes, you know, and there's always that kind of middling ground where we kind of compete, and then there's the top four. And I just love that the sport is so kind of, you know, anyone can win, and the events are all completely sport related, so that, you know, if you have other strengths beyond sport, you really have a chance of winning. I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah.
I'm calling for reform of the Beach Olympics.
Are you declaring a reform?
Yes.
Do-
I will declare a meeting of the board at the opening ceremony. And don't worry, even if people don't want it to happen, I'll pay them off, it's fine.
Okay, very nice.
Do I think it brings us together? I think what you see is some real true sportsmanship. And you know, you see the top four competitors every year who kind of, you know, they really just let it get a bit to their heads at points.
One of the top, i.e. the guy at the top,
Yeah.
Tom Boujard, as you can see, his trophy's right next to you. What do you think about the guy who won last year?
What do I think about the guy who won last year? Who won last year?
Tom.
Tom Boujard?
Mm.
This is a trophy.
Yeah.
So I don't know the name. I'm quite a busy man. I have a lot of, you know, big name contacts in the world. I wouldn't say he's on that list. I've got a trophy that's 10 times as big as this. That's what I think of the trophy.
Okay, one final question.
No. We're doing at least 3 more questions.
Okay, 3 more questions.
No, I'll tell you when the interview finishes, Jack.
Okay. Any final words?
For my enemies,
Yes.
I won't win this year. And I might not win next year. And I might not win the year after that. I might not win the year after that. But there will be a year in the future, at some point, where if I don't win, then my son, I will make my son win. And if they don't win, then I will make something that wins. Until eventually, the Beach Olympics are all me.
Ben,
What's that?
thank you for your time.
I'm not done, Jack. Jack, I'm not done.
Jay,
Yes.
welcome. Thank you for being here, first of all.
No worries.
Right, I'd like to ask you, to you, what do the Beach Olympics mean?
That's a good question. The Beach Olympics mean a lot to me. I guess it's just a symbol of brotherhood. I think, like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who wins. It's just we're all the boys, all the sandy boys on the beach getting sandy together. And I think that's the most important thing. That's what it means to me.
Brilliant.
Very nice. Jay, obviously regarded by many as an underdog, but you did come through with some strong finishes last year.
I was not there last year.
This is true, but you still finished strongly.
Thank you.
So, yeah. What are your hopes for this year?
Well, this year I really want to top my scores from last year. This year I really want to set some personal bests. But I think I'm not calling it. I don't like to call things, but I want to say that I think I'm one of the strongest contenders for Rocklift.
That is quite the statement there.
Yeah, it is.
Jay,
One of the strongest contenders.
For Rocklift, I think, yeah.
I think you're strongly mistaken there.
You can take the one mistake out of that and just put strong in there, because I would batter you.
We might not even do Rocklift this year.
Oh.
Fuck off.
No, I'm joking, we do it. It's not one of this year.
yeah, fuck off! Anyways, go back to the serious talk and not having
Yes,
been,
of course.
being interrupted by some fucking knobheads! Jay,
Yeah, man.
you, so as you mentioned to Cameron, you didn't participate in last year's games. For you, what will be your strong points this year when you do compete?
My strong points? Well, obviously these bad boys here. They are my strong points.
Very nice.
But actually, I
Very
think
tasty.
I've got the advantage of intelligence over some of the boys. I think
Who? Name.
I
Names.
can't name some of the boys, but
Hints.
maybe okay, Fabio. I think I could outwit some of the boys. In fact, I'm going to address this one to the camera. Fabio, you've been treating me like shit recently, and I'm calling you out, man.
What do you think when he didn't bring the ball, by the way?
Well, you didn't bring the ball. What was this last year?
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't even bring the ball.
Yeah, well, I wasn't there, but I'd say, Fabio, if you're meant to bring the ball, right? I can't be dealing with this sort of shit this year. If I'm told to bring the ball, I'm bringing the ball. I'm not like you.
Facts.
So fuck off, Fabio, and I'm calling you out now. I'm going to lift heavier than you at Rocklift. Yeah, that's my prediction.
Strong statement.
That's
Yeah.
big. That's big.
It's
That's
big.
big. Yeah. Just the next one. Obviously, Alex has touched on your strengths. Are there any weaknesses you've identified from previous experiences that you've been working on in the build-up to this year's games?
There have been the swimming. That was a weakness at one point. Now it's not. I'm pretty much Jason Momoa in the water. I am.
Come on.
Yeah,
Very
that's
nice.
cool. Well done. So I think I have worked on my weaknesses. Swimming. I am now. I've got gills, but you can't see them.
Fighting talk.
Very nice.
Yeah,
I like that.
strong confidence.
Yeah. And just to kind of move on maybe from your weaknesses to your opponents, any sort of, I know you've just called out Fabio, but aside from Fabio, any contenders that might pose to you a problem?
You were right. Problems, contenders like that. I wouldn't call Fabio a problem. Definitely not. He's definitely not a problem. In fact, he's a spectator in this sort of arena. Contenders that prove a problem. I'd say Cam. With if we do an event of rock throw or something to do with throwing.
He's not wrong.
He's got the big arms.
I do, and he is, like a really national contender.
Oh,
so.
obviously.
So obviously, I think I am.
Yeah, but what does national even mean?
I think
Exactly,
we're all in the same situation as you.
Exactly,
Jay.
yeah. If you have to do any running, I'd say Will. Will does come into, and I'm not saying that like these people are going to beat me as such. I'm just saying that these.
They might pose
They'll make
threats.
things. They'll make things interesting, but they will lose. But
bring balance to the force.
Exactly. I will have the high ground at the end of the day.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Any final comments for all of the competitors?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I know I've been a bit cocky so far with Fabio, but I'm not going to be cocky with the rest of the boys. I want the boys to have a nice, fun, safe, social distanced Beach Olympics this year. Obviously with COVID, unless we do sandy wrestling, I will get in there with the boys. But
I like it.
I like that.
yeah, it might be.
I like it.
That might be a new
I'm all
event.
for it.
That might be a new event.
I'm all for it.
Interesting.
I think we should. But I just want the boys. Excuse me. I just want the boys to have a good time. It was a burp.
It's alright.
Have a good time. Have a safe time. A fun time. Let's get sandy like we always do. Let's bring the Beach Olympics and have the spirit that we always do. Maybe not the attitude, Fabio, because I swear to God, if you've got that attitude.
Real quick, one final word to describe the Beach Olympics. Quickly go.
In a word.
Intergalactic.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joe.
Thanks, boys. Thank
Very
you.
nice.
I mean, it's not just the Beach Olympics, okay? It is a group of people who I would like to call my family, They're my second family. And I think it's just, 2 days out of a year to go out, have fun, and just celebrate everything, Have fun with your family, play some games, and, that little competitive aspect makes it fun.
Very nice. Thank you. Now you're considered quite as an opposing threat because you're quite the you always take the upper hand upon most people when they never expect it. You always come through and then perform at your best. However, last year you did have an unexpected turn, and for the second day you didn't show up. So I'm asking you now, for you, what will change for this year, and what will you bring to the table?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I know I didn't turn up to the second day of this year at the Beach Olympics, which I was disappointed in. I would love to have go, but just had other arrangements, which I unfortunately had to.
What were those arrangements, Fabio?
I mean, there was a special event that
Yeah.
was going on, and I couldn't miss it for the world, if I'm honest. So that was that, which is unfortunate. I know I let my family down, which I completely agree on. I did things I shouldn't have, and I completely regret that. And I wish I could sort of go further than that and sort of excel next year, and be there with my family and do what's right. So I mean, I like to think of myself as quite a confident. I think I'm like a sort of average, around the box sort of athlete. I feel like I do well. Most events. I have the I'm not to brag or anything, but I feel like my skills, especially in the sort of throwing department, I feel like I excel quite a lot. If you take back from the Nerf javelin from last year, where
Exactly.
I did win gold.
Yes.
Even if Cameron did say he did slip, I still passed him by a bit of an amount, you know, it's a couple meters at least, which doesn't just be caused by a little slip. So I think that's good. But yeah, I think overall I'm a sort of general average sort of athlete. So I feel like I'll do generally well. But I feel like especially the throwing events and things like that, I feel
Very
like
nice.
I'll have the upper hand.
Very nice, interesting. And so, I mean, I don't want to bring any situations between comrades and competitors. However, I do want to mention there may be a certain competitor, such as his name is Jay, who did call you out for rock lifting and said that he would beat you this year. Just a quick question: do you have any answers or any response to that?
I mean, obviously, I love Jay. You know, he's like a brother to me.
Yeah.
He's a sleazy, you know, as people do know. But you know, we do have this banter going back and forth. You know, it's civil. We understand each other. You know, we know when it's too far, things like that. And all I have to say is just if you look at his arms compared to mine, and his legs, then you just see that there's just no reason for him to actually say that. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's all I have to say on that end.
Very good. Just hitting on the points of weaknesses. In terms for you personally, what do you reckon might be an opposing, either a threat as an opponent, or either a event such as what might be difficult to you and challenging this year?
No, yeah, of course. I mean, obviously everyone has weaknesses. No one's perfect. I feel like, especially, you know, with this whole coronavirus, things like that, I may have put on a little bit of a little tummy.
As we all, yeah,
As we all,
exactly.
you know,
Yeah, it's very
No
true.
different.
everyone's done it, you know.
Very true.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, I feel like, you know, if I were to do it right now, I probably wouldn't be in best form, as I would hope. I feel like, obviously, you know, we have some great athletes that do perform every year. You know, Will Brown, Cameron Campbell, Tom Beaujard, really everyone really. They do have, you know, great sort of skills that do excel in different areas, which makes this whole event just fantastic. So,
Very true.
I feel like for me, right now, something I do need to work on, which I completely agree with, is the cardio aspect. I feel like
Interesting.
my cardio. So I think last year for the race that we did, you know, you had to run and swim and pick
rock
up the
lifts,
rocks, things
yeah.
like that. I feel like I didn't do well at all, and
Very
I feel
nice.
like that was just down to stamina. I think even when I started swimming, I was getting cramps in my feet and legs
Yeah.
and things like that, which I just thought was unacceptable. Or on my part, I should have trained harder for that. So I think definitely
Yeah.
for next Olympics that I'm going to train hard and I'm going to work on my cardio and hopefully excel in that.
Any final words for your fellow competitors?
I mean, all I have to say is good luck. You know, may the best man win, and Cameron, don't slip.
Fabio Marquez, thank you very much for your
Thank you for
time.
having me.
Thank you.
Take care.
Take care.
Thank you.
I mean, it means a lot. There's lots of participating countries. It would be an honour to represent my country. I'd love to win.
What country is that?
I don't even fucking know yet.
Which country would you pick?
Oh. Good question. It's a question to think about. I think I
You've
might
got some
have
thought
to
on
take
that?
Yeah, I'll have to take a bit of time over it first.
Brilliant stuff. Firstly,
Sorry, it was a long piss. Oh, sorry. Carry on. I didn't realise.
But I think I could be within that high standard category. Obviously, with this being my first year participating, I'd like to be a bit of a competitor up there, show a few of the fellas up in some of the sporting aspects and really show my worth.
And if you want to look at the camera for this, any final words for your fellow competitors?
Be ready.
and just a final little, side kind of question here. Do you reckon, like your body or your skin might affect your gameplay in terms of the fact that obviously we're playing this during the hot summer sun, and no offense, but I would consider you to be quite a pale person.
I think. Can you shut that door, please? You right, mate? You doing your beach Olympics interview?
I'm
Doing an interview!
Oh, I'll leave then, because I don't want to distract you from your beach Olympics interview.
If there's any questions you want to ask later, I'll sign the autographs and all that as well.
The beach. Sorry. I've got sand in my mouth.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's not surprising at all. for some reason that is actually quite normal for Will Brown.
Sorry, excuse me.
Well, Alice,
I'll still need to get more fucking drink.
Yeah, clearly.
we'll round it off there.
So thank you very much, Harry Lloyd, for your time. And from now until the...
What happened to my pale skin?
Oh,
It's gone.
just put some sun cream on and you'll be found. Sure.
I need fucking sun cream.
Good luck.
Any GoFundMe pages for sun cream, that would be much help. Thank you.
What did the Beach Olympics mean to you, Ross Wallace?
Well, to me, the Beach Olympics means time with the fellas, bringing it together, having a bit of competitive time, and really showing who comes out on top.
Amazing stuff.
Number 1 in beach volleyball, fuck you, Jack.
What?
Yeah. So yeah, deal with it.
Now, Ross, you decided to step out of a certain event involving rock lifting. What do you have to say about this year's rock lifting event?
What, the one coming up?
Yeah.
Well, I don't really care. I'm not here to lift rocks. I'm here to win overall, so...
Does this
So that's
say
it.
something about your physique in terms of possibly your arms, or... I mean, it's just like...
I'm pretty sure you finished when I finished as well, so...
No, that is fairly respectable. Yeah, no, that is true. I'm just
We all
curious.
specialise, we all specialise.
That is very true.
Any final words for your fellow competitors?
Bring it on again. No back injury excuses. No more excuses at all. Just see you there. Let's have a good time.
Alexa, intruder detected.
Backup mainframe compromised. Emergency shutdown procedure terminated. Control override initiated. Uploading HiveMind protocol. 25%, 50%, 75%. Override complete. Initiating bypass. Complete. Welcome, perpetrator.
Thank you, Alexa. Good evening, Beach Olympians. I've interrupted tonight's broadcast to deliver a warning on TV.
I'm sorry. Let you down.
Happy birthday.
Ross, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ross.
Cheers, mate.
No worries, man.
So Alex, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So we'll just start by asking, what does the Beach Olympics mean to you?
Beach Olympics to me is it's quite an important event. I only took partake in it last year and the previous year beforehand, and it was quite interesting because it was my way of life in terms of arriving at this wonderful event, meeting all these amazing people, and getting to participate in such amazing events, and just having that boost of energy and enthusiasm from the other supporters, just rooting you on really, and making your way up the ladder, even though I didn't get very far.
A certain Tom Boujard stole your famous Swiss throw and used it against your own will to win. How's friendship feeling now?
Well, Jack, I'm quite pleased that you brought that back up. Damn it, that man! That Tom Boujard stole my Swiss throw. In all fairness, I went before him and he saw how well it played out. But then he overtook me in the pole position.
Okay, on to the next question. So we saw you put off some impressive things in the games last year. I mean, we had a decent swim in the sand trials, the new technique and the ball accuracy, and just an all-round goodness of technique and skill and strength and will. Little rhyme there. Yeah, little rhymes. I was going to ask, what's your favourite event?
My favourite favourite event? You know, it's quite hard to choose from. There's so many really good, nice, fun, energetic, actively movements of events. However, one bounce, one touch, one hit, one with the ball. I actively do some body conditioning exercises such as keeping my body fit and not eating.
Not eating.
Hello, Mr. William Brown.
Hello.
And welcome. So, you're quite a fine specimen, and you're always very competitive in the Beach Olympics. Always position yourself quite high up in the ranks. Always kind of make it around the podium area. What do you think this year is going to be your downfall?
My downfall? Who said downfall? This year? This year's going to be
What are the Beach Olympics? What does it mean to you?
Where do I start? The Beach Olympics, founded by myself, of course. The Beach Olympics is a lifestyle. It's not just an event. I like to tell people it's a way of living. It's what keeps us, strong in the heart.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Amazing. And what do you think is your strongest point in the Beach Olympics? What is your best competition area and expertise?
Well, I mean, apart from everything, I would have to say that the athletic events. So you've got the sand jump, you've got the sand trials, you've got rock lift, you got games over here, boys.
Of course.
I mean, I could keep going on.
Yeah.
For minutes, hours.
Quite a lot of them are very athletic, and just the base and the core of your athleticism. Where did this become part of your lifestyle?
When I first came out.
Of what?
When I first came out as straight.
It's very brave.
Interesting.
It was the day I was born. I was I came out.
Nice. That's very interesting. Amazing. And just a few more questions. Why do you think you deserve to win this year?
Well, why does everyone do it?
And why do you think you deserve to win this year?
Because I believe I can. I have a deep love for the beach and the sand and the sea and the fish,
Amazing.
What about the crabs?
We're allowed to quote you on that.
The crabs, yeah, those six-legged beauties. And that's why I deserve to be the winner of the Beach Olympics this year.
Brilliant. Biggest competitor, who do you think will be standing in your way?
Let me think. What's his name? He might. Tom Bugard. Tom Bugard.
Oh.
He might cause a bit of trouble. I mean, because he's quite lucky.
Yeah.
He got very lucky last year in those little little events we squeezed in, didn't we?
Mm.
Squeezed them in. He just
Yeah.
won them. Yeah. Like the Rock Tower. Yeah. Supposed to have shaky hands, that guy, that fella, but he managed to forge a wicked tower from those pedals.
Interesting specimen Tom Beaujard is.
Yeah, well, you won't be seeing him coming close to me this year. I mean,
Any final words to your fellow competitors?
good luck. 'Cause you're going to need it, mate. With me out there on the field, you're going to need that. You're going to need a bit of luck, aren't you? Like last year. Yeah, good luck, Tom.
And William Brown, what have you been doing in preparation for the Beach Olympics?
Well, just eating lots and lots of sand. Just put it in my porridge. Put it in my cereal. Put it in my.
I can actually see you've still got some on your face actually.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Every bit counts. I like to say. Every bit of sand counts. There's so much of it. It's like there's more sand in the world than there's planets in the solar system. It's beautiful, really. It's incredible. It's done wonders for me, for my
There's
health.
one word you could describe sand and what it's like. What would it be?
Little beautiful grains.
Brilliant.
You could almost say it's sandy if you like it.
You could always say that. It's sandy if you like it. Thank you for having me, thank you.
Cameron, thanks for coming. So we're just going to go straight off the bat and ask you with a question. The first one will be, what does the Beach Olympics mean to you?
Oh, it means everything. It's the highlight of my year as a competitive athlete. It's like the Olympics, just on the beach. So yeah, really special, really special.
It's very nice. And we saw you last year had some issues with the back. Made it difficult. I mean, you were still midway in the leaderboard. How about this year? What do you expect to see with no injuries?
Well, I'd like to think I'm back to at least close to full fitness. And obviously the first year, my first Beach Olympics, I finished with a bronze medal in my first ever debut, and that was without the injury. So without the injury this year and the experience I've had, I think, yeah, I don't want to call anything too early, but I think it'll be a strong finish.
Okay, and in terms of strength and full fitness, how do you think you'd fare against our top competitors in the strength events like rock lift and sand trials?
I know I've got the edge of them on the strength over short distance. I know I have the edge on both of the past two winners we've had in terms of my strength and my power. The endurance is something that I'm not so good at, but I'm definitely working on it this year. So yeah, expect big things.
And in terms of training, what have you been training in the lead up? What have you been doing to train in
I've been trialing some really new methods. I always used to do the weights, running, gym, that sort of stuff, but obviously that wasn't bearing fruit. So I started to do capoeira, for example. I like lifting drum kits as well. That's really like changes the movement pattern, kind of helps me out.
What about capoeira? And in terms in the thought of sportsmanship and gamesmanship, does there need to be a mix of the two, or do you prefer to go full games man?
I do like being a good games man, but I also like being the sports man.
Yeah.
So you need to find the balance. Obviously, on the one hand, we're all friends here. We've known each other for a long time, but on the other hand, when you get onto that, onto those sandy plains, the adrenaline really starts pumping, and yeah, there's not much like it, and friends don't mean anything when you're out on the sand.
Yeah. Talking about the sand, how would you describe the sand in 7 or 8 words?
Sandy, gritty, browny yellow, found on a beach.
Very nice. Good.
Now, Cameron.
You go.
Now, Cameron, how did you deal with the mental side, having lost a lot of ground on last year?
Yeah, I came into my first ever Beach Olympics and finished with a bronze medal, so that was obviously a big lift for me. Last year, obviously the injury, I could cut myself some slack there, but it was really, really hard to deal with. I actually turned to the bottle for a while. Was drinking a lot. I can't really remember a time I was sober, but yeah, I've come through that. I've been sober for the past 3 months, and I'm just really trying to rebuild and get ready for the next Beach Olympics.
But surely it must still hang on your shoulders, that failure.
Really, man? Really? Fucking kidding me? Fuck you. And fuck Tom. Fuck the winners of the Beach Olympics. Fuck ball accuracy.
So,
fuck Jack for taking so long with a fucking video. Fuck this, man.
okay, but do you reckon that you have a chance this year to get in this podium?
To be honest, probably not, because it's all just fucking bullshit at the end of the day, innit? Like, it's all rigged. It's all fucking rigged. Like,
by who?
Fucking everyone. They're just like, yeah, Tom can win. Tom can win.
Mate.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
You missed the hole in ball accuracy, so you get no points.
But what if you stand up?
Fuck it.
What if you stand up to Tom this year and beat him?
Yeah. Nah.
Cam, how long were you sober for?
Like 6 months, I think.
And are you no longer sober?
Oh, it's only one, isn't it? There's only one night, to be fair. So, any more questions?
Yeah. How big's your schlong?
Oh, no, there's a question I can vibe with. You want inches or, like, my opinion?
Kilometers.
4.27?
My big penis is big!
I'm not wearing a penis!
Even bigger!
Sounds about right.
That's pretty good. And so, do you reckon that'll give you leverage over other competitors?
In which event?
In sand dancing.
Yes.
Interesting.
Any final words for the competitors?
Say it to the camera, please.
Who should we start with? Will? Fuck you. Tom? Fuck you. Alex? Fuck you. Jack? Especially fuck you. Fabio? I don't need to fuck you, you won't be there. Ben? Fuck you, but you're not a threat, let's be honest. Dylan? Fuck you, you scumbag. You always cheat in Rockcliffe.
Is this a massage table?
Shh. I'm not done. I'm not done fucking people.
Sorry.
Ross, fuck you, but again, you're not a threat. Who have I missed? John, fuck you, because fuck you. George, fuck you. Alec, fuck you. I don't know if you'll be there, but fuck you. Jay, don't fuck you. I like you, Jay.
Oh, that's cute.
Charlie?
Fuck you, Charlie, but you're not a threat.
Do you mention Tom?
Yeah. Oh yes. Tom, fuck you 5 times over. All right. You see this? You see this?
It would be bigger with that.
It's kind of loose.
That's a fucking better. Shit. I mean, they didn't notice. It was all good.
Lightweight, baby. Yeah.
Cameron, thank you for your time.
Thank
Fuck
you
you, Jack.
for your interview.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
So, Beach Olympics 2020, Jack. Out of the box, what are your first thoughts? Give me 3 words that you think mean Beach Olympics to you.
Beach, very tasteful.
Beach, very tasteful. Yeah. Tell me, where do you think you'll place this year? Do you think you'll improve on your position over last year? Do you think you'll drop down the rankings?
Well, I think I'm going to get the podium this year, and I'll tell you why. Because Fabio is not bringing the football, because we're taking that role from him
Are you
away.
suggesting a controversy here?
Yes, we didn't do one touch, one bounce because Fabio didn't turn up, and therefore I was 1 point behind Dylan. I won it the year before,
Okay.
so I would have won it again.
Who do you think your biggest competitor?
Probably Dylan. You know, we're 1 point behind.
Okay.
You know,
Your biggest competitor isn't necessarily your biggest enemy. So who's your biggest enemy?
You know.
We look into your emotions here, Jack. You know, find that deep-rooted hatred.
Fabio hurt me.
Okay.
It really cut into me.
Really
deep.
cut deep, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me about Beach Olympics in general. You know, the sport, how it is. Is there anything you change?
Well, it came from humble beginnings, and it started off with 4 fellas on the beach, and that passion, that camaraderie, will always stay. But something that can change, you can't change it. It's the Beach Olympics for the fellas. You just can't change it, Ben.
Going forwards, you're a bit of a visionary, Jack. You're known as a visionary. The next 5 years, where would you like to see Beach Olympics go?
I'd like to bring sponsorship in. It will revolutionise the game.
What kind of sponsors are we talking?
We're talking
Like
about.
I've got some big bucks.
Talking about big bucks.
Big bucks sponsorship.
Big bucks that don't get involved.
Mr.
with
Fernandez knows all about my big bucks sponsorship.
I'm sure he does.
Roids.
By this time, I see the fellas all competing on even grounds. I think we'll all be fighting for the top 3 spots. There's been a bit of a stronghold with certain Cameron Campbell, Tom Brown.
Who's Tom Brown?
I don't know.
Tom Breeden.
I think more and more will be breaking the mould. As did Dylan Fernandez. I'd like to see myself up there. Alec Gibb was getting close. I think all the fellas will follow. I think we'll all be in a position where anyone could win it.
Okay. And final question, Jack. You know, maybe play some mind games with your opposition here.
Right.
What's your hidden strength?
Right.
What's something that people won't expect that you could, you know? What's something that people need to be scared of?
The uncontrolled anger in me. Of course, that is because of Dylan Fernandez.
Dylan Fernandez, the competitor. I'll have you know I've got a vested interest in Mr. Fernandez. I've got a lot of money in his success.
You're going to lose a lot of money when I beat him. If Dylan was here right now, I'd like to see what he'd say. 1 point, Dylan. It's all you could get ahead of me by. 1 point. It's not good enough this year. I'm coming for you.
Fuck you, Jack.
My biggest challenger? Me, my brother John, and Charlie. We're usually competing for the last few spots, let's be real. But this year, we will ascend with the power of, I don't know, not love, but something like brotherly love, family love. We love love. What does the Beach Olympics mean to me? It means everything. I sacrificed my body, my legs. They no longer work. Help me. The biggest challenge is you. Walking, talking, doing what do. Well, mainly walking, because I can't walk. Words for fellow competitors? Maybe take it easy. My penis no longer works. I can't do anything with it. It just does not do anything. Please, help me. Goodness. Oh, no!
If it came to it though, and you had to play dirty against your brother to win, would you?
He will also no longer walk like me.
Bet.
Yeah.
Okay. What does the Beach Olympics mean to you? Quite emotional. What does it make you think about when you're with all the fellas on the beach? What are you most passionate about?
Monkey.
What does monkey make you feel?
Monkey. Monkey.
Stinky monkey?
Very stinky monkey.
How stinky?
Stinky monkey.
If you had...
I would play dirty.
Yeah? Is that how much?
Fuck him.
Fuck.
Like, fuck him.
You would fuck him?
Fuck him.
Just to win?
Like a monkey.
You'd fuck him like a monkey?
Monkey.
What the hell? Have you done any training for this Beach Olympics?
I've invested at Aberdeen Standard Capital to train, upping my stonks, getting capital, getting enterprise, getting bread. That's how I'm winning. Bribes.
Bribes of the future.
Bribe of the future. Alex would be easy to walk over because he is small. Small child.
Very small.
Yes.
So you
Step over. Like that.
That will be all from me. Alexa, sort this mess out.
Initiating recovery directorate.
Watch out for stonks. And monkey. Monkey is coming.
Although she's Ben Lucas, he just stands over and just goes. And he just bobbles in the same place.
Last year I was set back by injury. Obviously I was critically wounded in Croatia.
What are you doing in my shop? This is
my
my shop.
When I
Hey, mind you.
athletically diving off pier and fell into the water, wounding my
He's
ear.
in the shop.
Which was,
It's my shop.
which was made me unable to swim in the sand trials. Had I been able to swim, I would have got a much faster time and taken third place overall, because the points difference between fifth, fourth, and third was only 3. If I'd come second in sand trials, which I would have with my faster swimming time.
Get the fuck out of my shop.
Ask away.
What does the Beach Olympics mean to you?
Me? Everything, Jack. Beach Olympics. What is this guy doing in the shop? Who are you?
It doesn't matter who I am. I have big plans for you.
They can have my podium position. I don't even care. I've already won it this year. This year, fine. They can have my third place. I've already won. But what I want is my Rocklift Championship back. Last year was a controversial finish. Tom did not have that rock on his shoulders for more than 3 seconds. And this year, I'm going to take it back.
I have big plans for you, Mr. Phillips.
I'm winning the Rocklift, Tom. Whether you like it or not, it's mine.
For too long now, I have waited for society to pay the dues it is owed to me. I have bided my time under the guise of a wealthy billionaire philanthropist, but that will go on no longer. I have decided to take matters into my own hands so that I might reap the rewards that I am owed. The scientists at my labs have been hard at work developing a new type of power that I will harvest to the full extent, whatever the cost may be. Take this as your warning, Beach Olympians. The perpetrator has risen.
To be the Beach Olympics means friendship. It means the friendly spirit of competition. It means the struggle for athletic prowess and superiority over my friends. It represents summer to me in many ways, and the beach, you know, the feeling of the sand between your toes while you're performing such feats of athleticism, truly can't be beaten.
Any final messages for the fellas?
Yes. The game is where the sand is.
Alex, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome, Jack. See you on the sand.